You can still buy a Vanquish Volante? Indeed you can. The new Aston Martin DB11 Volante is all well and good, but to start with it's only available with the AMG V8. Your only way into an open-top V12 Aston is to get one of these. And this isn't the new turbocharged V12 we're talking about, but the very old 5.9-liter nat-asp engine that's been in service basically since the advent of internal combustion. That long, huh? Not really, but it feels like it. And you've not got long left, because when the Vanquish dies, in all likelihood the old V12 will die along with it, at least for non-special editions. So will the Volvo-based circa mid-noughties switchgear and prehistoric infotainment system. Since this car was designed all those years ago, the platform is related, and not all that distantly, to the DB9s. Aston has signed an agreement with Mercedes-AMG that will see them both cooperate on various things like powertrains and electrics. But this car's basics predate that, so you still Bluetoothed your phone to Aston Martin Vanquish rather than MB Bluetooth, like you have to in the DB11. What's so special about this one? Last year Aston gave us the Vanquish S Coupe. We drove it and adored it, even though at pounds 200k it defies all rationalization. At around the same time it applied many of the same chassis, suspension, and engine tweaks to the Volante too, and created the Vanquish S Volante. Said changes include an increase in power from 565 to 592 bhp thanks to a freer-flowing intake system that's also said to improve throttle response. The 8-speed ZF Auto has been retuned to deliver quicker shifts, the adaptively damped suspension pedal to give a keener edge, though the Volante's setup differs slightly from the coupe, and there's a new carbon aero pack. This is our first go, and we have to talk about noise first. You might think the DB11 sounds good. And it does, but nothing like as good as the Vanquish. From about 3,500 RPM it delivers almighty cacophony of noise as the engine surges smoothly and swiftly toward its red line. It's rarely tiring, save for a bit of drone at mid-speeds. This is possibly the best-sounding car on sale today, no joke. The 8-speed auto gearbox is nothing like as sharp or decisive as the latest ECTs or its latest implementation in the DB11, but it responds faithfully to commands. You'll end up driving in it manual anyway, as you chase another hit of the V12's addictive soundtrack. It's a cabrio, how floppy is it? There are two modes each for the engine and suspension. The firmer of these two suspension modes exposes the flex inherent in the S's chassis, but is still usable on the road. Not that we'd bother, this is a comfortable car, with comfortable seats and a lusty powertrain that doesn't need to be revved out, but really rather enjoys it. How about inside? The interior is an odd mix, exceptional leather work, but the indicator stalks and air vents are a bit nasty. CarPlay has been shoehorned into the infotainment system, and it's not terrible, but nothing like as seamless or feature-rich as something from Mercedes, Audi, or BMW. There are rear seats, but you can't get anyone, not even a child, in them. And you still can't see what any of the buttons do if the roof's down and the sun's out. What's the damage to the front lip when you hit a speed bump? Substantial. This thing could really use a nose lift. No, to my wallet, £212,000 before options. McLaren 720's money, and that's so much more car than the Aston. Objectively, there's no way the Vanquish is worth that much when you can get a cabrio that delivers as much performance, luxury and badge for substantially less, not least from within Aston's own range. But no objectively better rival will have this glorious V12. None of them look this good either, or have as cool a sounding name as Vanquish. For all its shortcomings, it's hugely likable and hugely desirable. If you're not bothered about tech, the stereo sounds good once you get it going, handily, and need a long-distance GT for commuting to and from your sixth home, and have £212k going spare, go ahead. You'll love it. We do.